I was saying something in the previous video, the very first video I dropped on January 1st, yesterday, that I had a conversation with some of them. I tried to meet some of them so that I can at least hear from them one on one to understand why they believe what they believe. Because I observed that they have a lot of intelligent people, yes, like academically sound people, professors, like people that are really good. You understand? They are there in the organization, and so it used to bother me, like these people that are very, very mentally sound, how are they in this organization, considering that what the organization is teaching is not following the Bible. Like the errors of the organization are very, very obvious, are very, very visible. They are not even hidden. So I keep, and their points are very weak. And when you look at the Awake, their magazine, you see a lot of Bible passages that are not following. They are taken out of context. They are just, it's as if it's a child that put those passages and feeds them into the body of the write-ups. So I used to wonder why these people still in this organization. So I really tried to meet some members, as many I was able to like bring, like to have a conversation with. Yeah, because some of them would not really want to come and sit down with you to be talking about the organization if they suspect that you are calling for argument. Yes, what they want is for them to just come to you by themselves, and when they come, then you should just cooperate, and they will start to lead you in the conversation using their Awake, the magazine. Start leading you from point A to point B to point C. They just want you to just keep following that kind of thing. They want you to what matters, what I think matters to them from the conversation I've had with many of them is the fact that their magazine is saying that thing. That is where their authority really is. Yes, and their conversation is something that some of them can be very corny. I'm not saying this to spite them. I'm not saying this to throw shade at them. There are many of them are very honest, but then I still met some that we appear to be very honest, very sincere. Like they are ready to have a conversation sincerely and be willing to change their mind if they are wrong. They try to produce that image. Yes, that they are just coming to have an innocent conversation and they are willing to change their mind if they are wrong, that kind of thing. They want you to believe that. But when the conversation is going and you keep bringing up points that they cannot counter, you see that they start looking for a way to end that conversation and leave your house. They start looking for a way to just maybe mark you out and stop coming to you or stop having conversation with you. Yes, that's actually what I experienced with some of them. Yes, at first they come as if yes, we are here to study the Bible. We love the Bible. We love God. We're interested in what the scripture is saying. The scripture is our watchword. You understand? They boast about that. And then they come as if they want that sincere conversation with the Bible. But then only for the conversation to be going and you are bringing things plainly. Even when I was talking with them, I used to say, okay, I'm going to use your own Bible. So I was using their New World Translation. Yes, because even though the New World Translation was has been altered in many places, many things have been changed and all of that is another topic I'm going to discuss as part of this series. So I still like have the Bible app on my phone and I use it. So there are still some places that you can still use their own Bible to still show how they are contradicting themselves, to still show how they themselves are claim to be following the Bible, how they are not even following the Bible. Yes. So when I like get involved in this conversation with them, and they appear as if they want to that they depend on the Bible for in all they do and all of that. Later on in the conversation, when you start opening things to them that are very clear and sharp, before you know, they start to look for a way to end that conversation, to end that meeting, like so that they can just leave, that kind of thing. And by the time they leave, it will be hard for them to come back to you. They don't want to like come back to you. Like I don't know. Most of them actually that I met, yes, most of them that I met, they don't want to. Even when you try to like call them, have a conversation with them, like chat them up on WhatsApp and all of that, it's as if they see you as you are stubborn. They see you as it's as if when they are not able to defend the points you are bringing, when they are not able to like answer what you are saying, they try to, it's as if they are seeing you as somebody that is stubborn, as somebody that is purposely trying to waste their time, that is claiming to know too much, that kind of thing. And so well, this is something that I try to avoid, that attitude, because somehow as the Africans, I'll confess that there's still this nature in us somehow to, during an argument, to want to prove the other person wrong and to prove that we are right. We want to like be victorious over the other person. We want to use the other person to shine. That kind of spirit. Yes, I will confess that maybe somehow I've also exhibited those kind of attitude. But then we are still trusting God to be able to have conversation with people without using those arrogant attitude, those attitudes that are not helpful. Because even when you win the argument, if the person is not if there's no transformation, the person is not saved. If you only succeeded in intimidating that person in the conversation, and so the person submitted and then left, you are not really gained anything like that. You are not really gained something significant. So I try to see how I can have this conversation with them without bringing that attitude of um, trying to win them, or like trying to prove that I'm better than them, that kind of spirit. Yes, but even at that, I still see that the moment they observe that the conversation is not heading the way they planned it, and because before they came to your house, it's like they've already everything has already been programmed, how they are going to talk to you, what they are going to say, and different topics that they are going to enter, the passage to enter, then to the next. Everything has already been planned. So when the moment they see that the conversation is not going in that direction, maybe because of some questions you are asking, or maybe because of how you are bringing in some issues, how you are tackling some of their the points they are raising and all of that, they get disappointed and start to like see you or label you as somebody that is stubborn and you're just trying to frustrate them. And the moment they leave that your house, they can just label you as somebody that is not worth coming to have conversation with, that kind of thing. So that is basically what I say about having a conversation with them. So our own is to, on our part, when having a conversation with them, try to have a humble attitude. Yes, so that you don't drive them away. It will not be you that drove them away. Let it be that even if they later left or ended that conversation in anger or whatever, it will be that you know that between you and God, you really were not harsh to them, or you really did not use an arrogant attitude in the conversation. At least try your best, and we should try our best to be soft in our conversation, soft and firm. Yes, I like to say it that way, soft and firm in our conversation with them. Yes, because when you are soft in your when you are talking with them, you are soft. They can easily want to lead you into so many things, into so many areas where you will not even notice when you have been led away from the truth, when you have been led away from the Bible that they claim to follow. Yes, you will not even know when they are taking Bible out of context and all of that. Everything will just be confusing to you if you are just soft and not firm. So, but when you are also firm, you are also conscious, you are also thoughtful, all right, while dealing with them, you are able to notice when passages are being taken out of context, when things are not adding up, when something is wrong somewhere, you're able to notice all those things.